Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Koli. Welcome to the Oh,
It's fine. We're here. Just leaving it. Welcome to the SVU Coven podcast, little witch detectives.
hi.
Hi.
How
How are
are
you?
you?
We are thriving today.
Yes,
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
That's good. Um, should we just jump into things?
Yes.
All right. So, this is our witch talk. It's the corner of the intro of our show where we catch you guys up on what we've been doing. It's a little redundant for us because we talk pretty much every day, but it's for you guys. Um, so I just got back from Nashville because I was helping my friend Sassy move for like 4 days in the South in the heat. And I'm still recovering. I have been home since Saturday night and it is Wednesday, and my body is still like, "Ugh,"
Yeah.
from lifting heavy things in 100-degree humidity. Just ridiculous. But it was actually kind of fun because I really so she lives with two of my other friends.
hmm
And so I was kind of helping all of them move, and their new little apartment is super cute and they have a really nice pool. So it wasn't all bad. I got to go to the pool.
That's nice.
And I love the pool. Um, but other than that, not a lot has been going on with me. I've just been applying for jobs and dealing with unemployment stuff. I still haven't gotten my unemployment, so there's that. Um, and then this weekend's Labor Day weekend. Originally, I was
Yes.
gonna do something for Labor Day weekend, but I think I'm gonna do nothing. And that's how you know you're getting old because I am so excited to do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I can just be home with my cat and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
So,
I wish I
honestly,
could do nothing for Labor Day weekend.
ugh.
I have to
Originally,
work.
oh, the whole weekend?
Yeah,
No. I guess it's a popular golf weekend.
it is.
Yeah, I can imagine. Um, But yeah, other than that, not a lot going on with me until we'll probably record again before this happens. But on September 10th, I get to see 21 Pilots again, which, if you
Nice.
guys know me, you know that's one of my favorite bands. So,
Yes.
super excited about that. But that's coming up September 10th, so it's still a little while away. Um, but yeah, that's about all going on with me right now.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Um, a lot of medical appointments.
Yeah.
Um, I'm in PT twice a week, so I'm doing that every week. And then um I had the dietitian yesterday, which went well.
Mhm.
She wasn't like judgmental or anything like that, and she kind of understood my situation, my living situation, and my cooking situation with my grandfather.
Yeah.
Um, who then instantly became a dietitian when we came home.
That sounds
Um,
like him to me.
yeah. And then September 11th, I have an endoscopy
Mhm.
to test for celiac. I don't know if I talked about that last time or not. I don't
I don't
remember.
know. I do
Um,
remember when you told me you were like, it's on 9/11. We were
mhm,
like, great.
yeah.
Ooh.
But in between those things, I have a tattoo appointment. I'm
We
getting
love
my tattoo
daddies.
here.
Like that one.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
me too.
Getting new tattoos always makes me feel really good for like a while after. I'm always like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good for your mental.
yes.
Yay.
And my therapist, so my aunt and I go to the same practice for therapy. So my therapist is going to be giving her therapist a depression preparedness kit for me tonight.
Aw,
So,
that's kind of cute.
yeah.
That's so wholesome. Wholesome therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Um, well, is there anything else going on?
I don't think so. Lollapalooza's next month, which will be the month this comes out,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the month. Um, that's really it.
Yeah. All right then. Would you like to jump into our next little thing?
Yes.
Uh,
So this is the Mariska slash SVU corner where we talk about all things Mariska and SVU. Um, Mariska recently gave an interview where she said she was really happy with her life, like where it is, and it's adorable.
that's so cute. Hmm. That makes me happy for her.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Um, the day after this releases, so September 3rd, will be 1 month until SVU comes back.
On Mean Girls Day.
On Girls' Day.
Yay.
Um, Mariska is going to be guest starring on the Mothership in the second
Oh.
episode. Um, and the EO people are losing their minds because Ricky was like, "Oh, she has a relationship with the defendant." It's like relationship doesn't necessarily mean romantic relationship.
Yeah. And like they can be friends.
Yeah, they could be friends. Um, he could be another family member that we haven't met yet. Like,
Yeah.
just we don't
We,
know.
we don't
Wait
know.
and see.
That's interesting. She's gonna be on Mothership though, because that's the one I don't pay attention to.
Yeah. Um, ooh, sorry. Um, I actually watch the Mothership more than I watch OC.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't really watch either of them. I mostly watch SVU. And
Oh,
then
same.
anything Mariska's on. So if she's on OC, I'll watch it.
Mhm.
But if she's not in the episode, I'm like, why bother?
I haven't really watched OC since the whole storyline with Bernie's dementia.
Yeah. I think, and are they even having new episodes come out? I don't know.
They're on streaming.
Yeah,
Um,
but I don't know. Is it coming out like the same time?
I don't think so. I
Mm,
think it'll be more of a mid-season kind of thing.
that would make
Um,
sense.
because they only have 10 episodes. So,
Hmm. Interesting. Well, I'm excited either way.
yeah.
We're starting a little later this year,
Yes.
but that's okay. At least
Yeah.
we still have episodes.
Yes.
Speaking of Mariska,
Speaking of Mariska, today that we are recording this is Mariska and Peter's 20th wedding anniversary.
it's such a big one.
Yeah, it's their emerald anniversary.
Hmm. Um, it was making me laugh because Koli and I had to delay recording this week by like 2 days, and then the day we picked to record accidentally, authentically, was their anniversary, and I was like, of course.
Yeah,
They're just so cute, and I love them so much.
they're adorable. I
And
love them.
ugh, they just seem so happy. And her recently saying how happy she is, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Um, 20 years is also a long time.
especially in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most people in Hollywood don't make it 20 years because of all
No,
the rumors and everything surrounding everybody, and it just so when you do, you know you have a solid relationship and it's right.
Yeah, and I think they have a good relationship with social media too.
Mhm.
Because Peter definitely just is kind of like backed off from social media. And then
Yeah.
I think Mariska picks and chooses when she engages,
Yeah.
and it seems a lot healthier for her.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that's good. They don't let others influence their relationship.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're
um, back to the Mariska corner.
mm,
Um, there was an article that came out that apparently August may have moved into college this past week because it's like orientation week and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Um, and a lot of colleges in New Jersey are starting up again.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, school's back in session
Yeah,
basically since it's almost September. Oh, oh, him in college. That's so cute. I'm
I
so old.
know. You're old.
I just remember seeing the pictures of when all the kids were little,
Yeah.
of the little family, and I just, they grew up so fast.
I had Mariska's Got Milk ad with August when he was a baby up on my wall in my bedroom when I was a teenager.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy anniversary to
Yes, happy
Petska.
anniversary.
If you happen to be watching this, we love
Dos
you.
Equis.
Um, Today is also a very magical day astrologically, if we're good to move to our astro corner.
Yeah.
Um, so there's a lot happening. The first thing worth noting is that we are now in Virgo season. Um, Virgo season is the time to get organized because that is how Virgos thrive. So even if you're like me and you don't have any Virgo in your chart, um, it is an energy of getting your shit together and like I don't know. In my case, I'm looking for a new job. So
Hmm.
I'm thinking about things I can do differently so I'm not doing the same thing every time, different kinds of jobs I can apply to, making spreadsheets, getting organized, all that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of a little like that anyway. But I noticed significantly as we shifted into Virgo season, something in my body was like, it is time. We got to get our shit together. We've got to go get it figured out. I spent a whole day at the unemployment office and then I was like, Virgo season. This makes sense. My
Yeah.
therapist is a Virgo, and I wish you all knew her because she is so funny, but is the most Virgo person I've ever met. But so, with all that in mind, if there's a project you've been putting off or something you've been meaning to get to, or maybe you just kind of don't feel grounded and kind of up in the air and things like that, this is a great time to sit down and get yourself organized and think about what your goals are. Um, but the main thing, well, there's two things going on today. So we're recording August 28th. Happy Petska Day.
Yes.
Um, so first big thing going on today, Mercury retrograde is over.
Woo!
Mercury is
Finally.
going direct today, which means everything is gonna get better. And I know that you're probably tired of astrology girlies talking about Mercury retrograde, but this last one was rough. It
Yeah.
was a rough one. It was probably the worst month astrologically of 2024. Just because the planets were not happy with each other very much because some of them were retrograde, some of them were just trying to do their thing. Um, but with Mercury retrograde being over, you should feel like a little lighter, like some of the stress is being lifted off of you. It'll be easier to communicate in your relationships at work, all of that stuff. And
Hmm.
hopefully technology will not fail you over and over. um, but I'm super stoked to be out of this Mercury retrograde season. I'm ready for like a refresh.
Yeah.
So today is definitely good for that. And then the last thing is, oh, I kicked my table, sorry. The last thing is, uh, all of the planets are going to be aligned today in a straight line.
Nice.
And it's not the most common thing that ever happens. So, when this happens astrologically, especially now that Mercury retrograde's over, it's got a very good energy for the day. Everything should feel like it's falling into place and aligning and things like that. So, hopefully, for all of you guys as well as for us, things are going to start moving in a very positive direction. And we're going to see more good things happen than stressful things.
Yeah.
Um, if you are a water or earth sign, I would say September is going to be a very abundant month for you. Um, I've been seeing a lot of that in the astrology communities. So, all this to say, big astro update, but things are looking up.
Yeah.
So just hang in there. But I think that's everything. It was a lot going on this day in particular, which just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so last a little couple of things. If you guys are still hanging out, follow us on Instagram at SVU Coven. We post there the most. Our feed is super cute these days, and we've got all of our updates on there and new episodes and things like that. So if you're on Instagram, we're SVU Coven. We also have a free Discord server that you guys can join and talk to us more intimately. I really would like to grow. If you're interested in joining that community, you can find it in the link in our Instagram bio. But if social media is not a medium that speaks to you, that's totally fine. You can always email us at svucoven@gmail.com. Koli does check the email, so someone is reading them and will respond. And if you want a Discord link, you can also email us for one. We also have merch that we designed.
Oh no. You froze. Oh no.
Wow.
You're back.
Okay. Um, So our merch is through Fourth Wall. The proceeds go to Fourth Wall as well as to us, and we put it back into the show. If you guys get any of our merch and would like to share it with us, please tag us, email us, anything like that. We would absolutely love to see it. Um,
Yes.
and yeah, woo.
Okay. So, this is your episodic reminder to rate, review, subscribe, like, and comment. They are all important for the algorithms. They help other people find us. Reviewing is really important on audio only platforms. As is rating. Um, and subscribing. And subscribing, liking, and commenting are important on YouTube. They all tell the algorithm that you like us and they will recommend us to other people. Reviews also let other people who happen to stumble upon us know that, people are listening and like us, and positive reviews go a long way towards growing the podcast. Yeah. And we have a coffee. Um, so you can go on coffee and donate any amount of money you wish to buy us a coffee. Um, that goes directly back into the show. And we appreciate the exchange on all of it.
Yay. All right. So, shall we jump into our self-love affirmation?
Yes.
Okay, so this one is something I pulled off of Pinterest. Every year I make a Pinterest board to like manifest my year, and sorry, loud car outside. Um and I usually fill it with like different affirmations and quotes and stuff. And so the one that was speaking to me most this morning was, I am grateful for all that is known to me and all that is yet to be shown to me. And this one to me reads like a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of work I do in my manifestation practices is being grateful for what I do have and grateful for what I will have,
Yeah.
because I think it reminds us to be more present and to appreciate the things we do have instead of always searching for something else. So if this resonates with you, I invite you to take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and close your eyes unless you're operating heavy machinery, in which case keep your eyes open. And reflect and meditate on that and think about some things that in this moment today you are grateful for. Because we all have a lot to be grateful for. Even if it's something as simple as I woke up this morning and I'm breathing.
Yeah.
So, okay. Is it episode time?
Yes.
Oh, I keep adjusting because I keep getting excited to talk. I don't know how to explain. Okay. So today, we are covering season 3, episode 18 of Law and Order SVU called Guilt.
Yes.
I forgot how much I love this episode because it is so Alex-centered.
I love this episode. It is one of my favorite Alex episodes.
I love Stephanie March so much.
Me too.
And then the kid who plays Sam, I can't think of the actor's name, please forgive me, but he was in one of my favorite shows growing up called Grounded for Life.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's always funny to me to see him in anything else because I literally never have except for like guest stars on things.
Yeah.
And so I totally just forgot he was in this episode. And then I saw him and I was like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
All right. So we open up on to a man and a young boy meeting at the train station. The younger, at the time we didn't have his age, so I put the younger man, but he is under 18, I believe.
Yeah.
The younger man says that something happened and says, I think she knows. Someone is freaked out and keeps asking him questions. But then in the background, you see Odafin Tutuola walking by with his little undercover earpiece that's not at all undercover.
Conspicuous.
And then it pans and you see Elliot not far by, and then the two guys begin to walk and talk. You see Alex is listening from a remote location. And all that the guy has really given in this undercover op is that they are just good friends. Olivia and Munch are not too far away either. And then the kid tells the man to run, which compromises the undercover operation, the
Yeah.
sting, if you will. The guy runs out of the train station and Finn manages to run outside and catch him. His name is Roy, but from the sting, they didn't have enough information to arrest him. And then we done.
Dun dun.
Back at the squad room, they're interviewing Roy, and Roy's lawyer is like extra defensive. I can't remember this lawyer's name for some reason, but he's always that way when he's on the show. Where he's like almost like ignores what his clients have done like completely and like doesn't. It always irks me when the lawyers aren't empathetic when
Yeah.
they're, and I get they have a job to do and they do it well, but like I think of the victims.
Yeah.
And this is a running theme this episode too with this lawyer in particular. So Elliot and Olivia have proof that he said the same things last time he was interrogated about 2 different boys that he allegedly assaulted. Roy says that he spends time with Sam because he likes him. Sometimes boys just need to talk to a man. And I wrote, what the hell are these arguments?
Yes.
With 3 question marks. I was like, what? This is not a defense.
No.
Like, so Sam's mother was the one that actually reported the abuse. Sam is protecting the one man that he thinks loves him, and this is according to Huang. Cragen argues that they need to compel Roy to testify, and Alex goes to talk to Sam. Alex says that no one blames Sam for telling Roy about the sting, essentially. Alex tells Sam that it was and is never his fault, which is true. Sam gets defensive that he's straight and he says not one, but two F slurs, saying that he
Yeah.
is not one of those. Sam storms out and Alex apologizes to his mom. His mom says she's done with the investigation because she can't put him through it again, which is not uncommon.
Yeah.
Um, Cragen says the squad should look for other victims. Elliot argues they need to get into Roy's apartment, and Alex gets them a warrant. Elliot and Olivia go to look through his apartment, and the main takeaway is that it's a teenage boy's paradise and that there's porn everywhere, but particularly hetero porn.
Yeah.
Uh, and then they have it decorated with like different New York sports teams and stuff that teenage boys would get excited about.
Yeah.
Um, Elliot and Olivia go to Teru,
Mm.
and they get into Roy's hard drive for his computer. There's nothing really overly incriminating. And they guess that he clears out the files every single day on his computer because they've basically got nothing, which sucks, but also is indicative that there were bad things on there.
Yeah.
Munch and Finn go to talk to Roy's therapist who worked on his case before. The therapist Roy evidently told everyone that he was cured and was no longer a pedophile. At one point, he admitted to molesting over 100 different young boys. And he never chooses victims of opportunity, which is interesting to note. The therapist was saying it was never like a girlfriend's kid or a niece or nephew. It was always more calculated than that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think carries a heavier intention. Alex's boss basically says that they have nothing. They begin to argue because they want Alex to drop the case. Another common theme in this episode.
Is this where we see Donnelly for the first time?
First time ever?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, maybe. It may be her first time. I can't think of an episode before.
Yeah.
We love her, or I love
We
her.
love Donnelly.
Okay. We love her. Alex goes to Sam's house and tells his mother that Sam has to testify to get Roy put behind bars. Sam's mom goes to talk to him about it, and she says she doesn't want him to do it either, and that it's her fault that he's in this situation, which is not true. She asks Sam to tell her what he wants to do and that they won't talk about it ever again. And he says he'll do it, he'll testify. Elliot is sitting there with Sam waiting to testify. He's kind of giving him advice and trying to, make him feel better. Elliot says Roy won't be in the room while Sam is testifying. And Sam says, I don't care, which is interesting. But I loved this line that Elliot says. He says, nobody in there believes this is going to be easy for you. And I think that's just really powerful and really true.
Yeah.
And Alex calls Sam in. In Sam's testimony, he says that Roy first touched him when he was 12 years old. He was at Roy's house hanging out, and Roy gave him some beer, and he doesn't remember how much he drank because Roy kept giving him beers over and over. Roy told Sam he would. Oh, wait. Roy then started showing Sam porn. He said that everybody does it and it's not a big deal. Roy told Sam he would show him how to do it. After the trial, they are walking out and Sam did really well. Roy, however, comes walking down the hallway with his stupid ass lawyer. One of Roy's previous victims comes forward out of nowhere and punches him. Sam is visibly shaken up, and then we see Elliot coming to help Alex off the ground because she was knocked to the ground in the altercation and hit her head. Back in interrogation, they talked to the guy that punched Roy and knocked Alex down. He said Roy started molesting him when he was 11 and had coached his baseball team. He kept going back to the team for 5 years. He said it was like his choice. It wasn't his choice. When he got older, Roy told him not to come over anymore, or if he did, to bring his younger friends. And he's 27 now. So the statute of limitations is up. And he says, so that's it. I waited too long and he just gets away with it. And stupid statute of limitations.
Yeah.
Um, Alex goes to talk to Roy's lawyer and he wants to make a deal. Alex says no. She's angry and bitching to Kragen as they walk in the squad room. The detectives ask or report what they have found, hopefully finding a lead for more victims. Alex is going to ask Sam if he knows any victims' names as well. Woo!
Okay. And the spell for today, well, today, when this is dropping, is September 2nd. It's a new moon. The color of the day is lavender, and the incense of the day is neroli. It is Labor Day in the US and Canada.
Woo!
And this is the economic justice spell. Many of us work far too hard for not enough pay, and many women and people of color are paid less than white males for the same amount of work. Economic justice is something worth fighting for. For this spell, you'll need a coin and access to a fountain or wishing well. Starting by taking your coin, holding it in your dominant hand, and reflecting on a more fair and balanced world. Imagine all people being treated with dignity and respect and getting paid a fair amount for their hard work. Pour the energy of economic justice into your coin and place it in your pocket. As you go about your day, take out your coin and put more energy into it. When you encounter someone working or you have thoughts about economic justice, you can carry your coin with you for several days or weeks until you come across a fountain or well. You can put it in a well or fountain at the end of the day. As you flip your coin into the water, say fairness and justice for everyone. And that's by Amanda Lynn and Jason Mankey.
That's probably one of my favorite ones we've ever had.
Yeah,
I love that.
me too.
I also think carrying a coin and putting energy into it and whatnot can help you manifest money
Yeah,
coming your way too. So kind of a double.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, so Alex meets with Sam and it looks like they got takeout. They've been going over the case for a while. And she's training Sam on how to act as he's testifying. Asks Sam about any of the other boys and if he knows them. He says he thinks so. Roy kept telling him that Sam was getting older and he needed a new boy. When Sam was little, Roy picked him up from school and took him sailing, bought him a burger and took him home. And Sam says this is one of the best memories of his whole life. And then he asks Alex, how sick is that? Roy wanted to make Sam like him because he knew what he was doing was wrong. And Sam gets visibly upset and says, so he really didn't like me, or he didn't really like me. Alex offers then to take Sam home, and she says that it's almost over, and he calls a cab instead, and he says he knows it's almost over, and Alex watches him leave, but there's like a lingering to her watching him leave that indicates that something's not quite right.
Yeah.
The phone rings in the middle of the night and Alex answers. Sam tried to unalive himself, and Alex rushed to the hospital. Sam's mom is visibly, understandably upset. Elliot has to hold her back from attacking Alex. Sam is still alive, but he's on a respirator. He had tried to hang himself, and I believe also overdosed. They say there's some brain activity, but they're not sure how much damage there is yet. Prior to trying to unalive himself, Sam had called Roy around midnight and they had had about a 15-second phone call. And then he did what he did. The squad got one hit for a Benjamin Tucker who's in jail, and he's also a pedophile. And Roy's lawyer is calling for dismissal.
I love the scene where Alex picks up the phone because when we see scenes like that, it's usually Olivia
Or Kathy.
or Katiee.
Like I was ready for it to be like Kathy or Elliot answering the phone because I was like, they love to put in a little stabler house scene,
Yeah,
but then it was Alex, and I was like, oh yeah. I saw blonde, and I was like, oh, it's Kathy. No.
yeah.
Um, Alex and Roy's lawyer argue back and forth in front of the judge. They aren't sure Sam will make it. And this is the scene where I get the most angry at Roy's lawyer because he's very happy about Sam being in the hospital.
Hmm.
And I'm like, there's no reason to have enthusiasm about a child trying to unalive themselves.
No.
Um, the judge says that Alex has about 3 days to make a case without Sam and that the grand jury testimony is out.
Yeah.
Alex and Elliot and Olivia go to talk to Benjamin, the victim of Roy's, who's in jail. They don't want him to testify due to the fact that he is also a pedophile and in prison. They just want information. Olivia asks where Roy keeps his things, and Benjamin doesn't answer. He says he wants to go to a psych ward so he can get better rather than staying in prison. Um, and Alex says she'll consider it based on whatever information he has.
Hmm.
Benjamin says that Roy didn't keep records, but he did keep videotapes and he would send them to the victims. Videotapes dates the show so much.
Yeah.
um, Elliot and Olivia go to talk to Sam and his mom. She says they aren't allowed to look around the apartment. She doesn't want to see them ever again. And I can't say I blame her.
No.
Alex argues with the squad because she's trying to force everything to work out, in my opinion. Um, and when she starts yelling at Elliot, I don't know why she thought that would be a good idea because he gonna yell back.
Yes.
And then Alex basically shifts her focus to Kragen. And then Kragen's like, okay, you're right. What do you want me to do? Like, just, you're my boss. Tell me what to do. And I think hearing that simmered her down because then she was like, nothing. You've done all you can.
Yeah. And I love the
Um,
line that she says to Kragen, you work for me at my discretion. You need to give me a case I can prosecute, not one I have to fix.
mhm.
And then he's like, you're right. Tell me what
Yeah,
to do.
yeah. I think in Alex's case, and there are a few ADAs this is true for, but in Alex's case especially, she's a friend.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I think they forget not rank necessarily, but they're all a little more casual together, even with Wong
Mm.
there. And Alex is literally their boss.
Yeah.
Like she's actually their boss. They kind of have to listen to her.
Yeah.
Um, so from here, Alex goes to talk to the judge, and she says, "Oh wait, yes. Wait, did I skip something? No, I did.
Alex requests a continuance.
Yes. So they in the courtroom, Alex requests a continuance on the case to try to get more information so they can prove it. The judge denies it and dismisses the case completely, and Alex is heartbroken. And I really do feel for her in this moment. She is so heartbroken. Um, Alex goes to talk to the judge after the fact, and she says she needs a warrant to go look through Sam's things. Judge says no. She says, "You look like hell, Alexandra. Get some sleep." And I just love it's just good writing.
Yeah. I
Um,
love when they call her full name.
I know. Elliot and Olivia respond to Alex's call to go to Sam's house and search it. Alex went there ahead of them and basically kind of forced her way in past Sam's mom, Linda. Sam's mom is not open to letting her in, but Alex claims that it's a crime scene due to his unaliving attempt. Sam is in rehab and he may never come home.
Hmm.
Elliot and Olivia arrive on the scene, and Olivia asks if there are any restrictions to the warrant, which Alex says no. And this is important for later. Elliot and Olivia go through Sam's things, and in the back of the closet, Elliot finds a piece of mail from Roy. Sam never opened it, just hid it. Inside, there were several videotapes. Elliot and Olivia go to arrest Roy as he starts to pack to leave town. The man is literally loading a moving van. Back at the squad room, my favorite thing ever, Elliot and Olivia are so happy that they arrested Roy, and they come in to tell Finn about it, and Finn's like, "Don't get too excited, Dad's mad."
Yeah.
If Finn says that, and shortly thereafter, Cragen yells at Elliot and Olivia to come inside his office. Elliot and Olivia are visibly confused as to why Cragen is mad, understandably.
Yeah.
Alex basically implied to them she had a warrant for them to search Sam's stuff. She never explicitly said it, but she set it up and implied it to them. And so they went and did it. So really, they are not in trouble. But what Cragen keeps reminding them is they can't protect Alex either, and they need to worry about their own jobs. Roy's lawyer is trying to get the videotapes thrown out of evidence. Alex tries to argue it was a crime scene. The judge isn't having her bullshit. The evidence isn't suppressed, however. The judge says she will be recommending Alex be looked into by her office, and she will not forget the Alex disgracing her courtroom, basically.
Yeah.
Alex tells Elliot and Olivia that the tapes are in. She apologizes for putting them in that position, but she's not sorry about the rest. Roy is guilty.
Yay.
Woo. And then we find out that Alex gets a 1-month suspension. However, she still gets in trouble with her boss because it was extremely unethical. And we end the episode knowing that Alex will always feel guilty about what happened to Sam. And then we Dick Wolf.
Dick Wolf.
Wow. Episodes like this are what make me wish Alex was still around.
Me too.
I love her and I love Barba, but you know, I like Mr. Carisi as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Koli is shuffling their cards, I just want to remind you guys really quickly that if you are on Instagram, so are we. At SVU Coven, we post most of our updates and things there. We also have a Discord server you can join from the link in our Instagram bio, or you can email us at svucoven@gmail.com and we will send you a link to join. It's completely free and lots of fun. Likewise, if you want to be on the show, sponsor the show, get in touch with us, have anything SVU Coven related to say, you can always email us at svucoven@gmail.com. Koli does read them and will respond. And that's the best place to reach us for business type things. Also, we have merch through Fourth Wall. If you guys buy any of the merch and are using it or wearing it and want to send it to us or tag us, we would be over the moon to get any of that, really.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So I pulled the Wheel of Fortune.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's
Hold
a good
on.
one.
I gotta find it. There we go. And this means good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, and a turning point. And I feel like this is a really good card for today because Mercury is out of retrograde, which is that turning point. And the planets all being in alignment is the good luck. And we love some karma and life cycles.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune is always a fun card to me because it usually means good things are coming. And I think that fits with the tone of the episode for today.
Yeah.
The cards never lie.
The cards never lie.
Mm-mm.
So if you're still watching, this is your second episodic reminder to rate, review, subscribe, like, and comment. rating and reviewing and subscribing are the most important things you can do on a audio only platform. Um, Subscribing, liking, and commenting are the most important things you can do on YouTube. They tell the algorithm that you like us and will recommend us to other people. Um, Reviews on audio only platforms are really nice. They tell people who may stumble upon our podcast what to expect. And yeah,
Woo. So that's our show, I suppose.
that's our show.
All right. Well, if you guys are still hanging out on YouTube or on Instagram, drop your favorite emoji in the comments and we'll know you came from this episode. All right. Well, that's our show.
That's our show.
I love you and I'll talk to you soon.
I love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.